going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? I just want to say something. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying this. That the devil tries real hard to take the smile and off your face and enjoy it up out of your heart. He is going to try. That energy is going to try. That negative energy is always going to try to make you upset and make you discouraged and remind you that you are merely a speck. You know, that energy is going to constantly remind you that you're insignificant. But God, on the other hand, the great Almighty, the universe, is right there to counteract that and let you know that in your insignificance, in your minuteness, there's greatness. And I say all that to say, left out the house this morning. It had snowed last night, but the sun was shining and it wasn't as bad as it was supposed to be. So I'm thinking it's going to be a great day because it's going to be a great day. But then I get to my car and it is smashed in on one side because somebody hit it and kept going. Now, I got one or two choices. I could call out from work and go through the process, or I can keep it moving. There's no witnesses around. There's nobody who is taking claim for the accident. So I got to make sure that the old girl can keep on running and keep it pushing. So that's what I did. I went to work and I figured it out. I mean, until the deductible hit me and they told me that it's going to be $1,000. I said $1,000. You know, for some people that's probably nothing, but for me, you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't want to drive around with my car dented and messed up, you know, so I got to get her fixed. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep it moving. I didn't come here to preach. I didn't come here to complain. I just came here to inspire. And, you know, stuff happens, you know, and maybe the person who hit my car didn't have the courage to stick around or the courage to write a note or you know, or they didn't know that that's what you're supposed to do. Or maybe it was an emergency and they really were in a rush, you know, they couldn't, you know, couldn't stick around. I don't know. I'm glad they hit my car for somebody who can possibly be okay, you know, in spite of. Because maybe if they would have hit the other car, it would have been a family who couldn't afford that and it would have really devastated their situation. So I'm just trying my hardest to be positive in a really negative situation and just remember and remind myself that there's always going to be something that comes up against what you know to be right. And what I know to be right is that the sun will shine again and everything's going to be all right. But everything in the world is going to try to tell you otherwise, that this is the thing that's going to break you. This is the thing that's going to make you crumble. This is the thing that's going to take you out of here. But that's not true. The worst thing we could possibly conceive of is never the end all. There's always a sunnier day afterwards. The worst storm in the world, there's going to be a rainbow. There's going to be a sunny day afterwards. It's not the end all. So my small little problem is not in comparison to somebody who lost their life or a set of children who lost their parent last night. So, you know, I'm trying to be encouraging to other folk to let you know that you woke up this morning with an issue, but there was somebody else who woke up with a more tremendous issue. And keep your issue in perspective and don't let it consume you. I have a hurdle, but I have to get over that hurdle and keep going. I gotta keep running. Gotta keep going. So we're gonna pay the deductible. We're gonna drop the car off, and we're gonna keep it moving. And I, you know, put my locks up this morning. You know, it was a messy day. Then I realized I can make a struggle tell. I made a struggle tell in the past, but it was a little easier to make the struggle tells. They're bent in half. But I can make, you know what a struggle tell is? A struggle tell is when you can make one, unifying conglomerate of locs after, them being long enough to do so. Now, I still have some locks that don't fit, but we're just gonna lay those nicely down. We're gonna lay them nicely down in the front or tuck them in there somehow. And we're gonna call that a struggle tail. So here's the front, here's the side, here's the back side, here's the other side, here's the top. And right there, stick that right on. And like I said, they're not that long. I mean, they're not that short. I have them bent in half. Matter of fact, let me take this out. Show y'all what I'm working with. Since we all here together. These are my locs. So yeah, the moral of the story is small victories are just as significant as bigger victories. And small problems aren't to be expanded into huge tragedies. We got to keep things into perspective. Small hurdles are meant to teach us lessons, not to break us down or stop the show. We got to keep moving. We got to keep pushing. Whether it costs us a lot of money, cost us a day or two, whatever. Maybe it cost us 30 years because we did something that caused us to go to jail for 30 years. It's not the end all. When we get out past that 30 years, we still have a life to live and we still have love to give, and I think that's most important. So I'm not going to keep preaching. I just want to say this: God is good. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, and that's that. So happy growing. Keep smiling and know that it's going to be all right. Peace out.